An event happening this Saturday meets at the intersection of culture and couture. Fashion Africana is hosting their inaugural gala that they have dubbed Africanism. In addition to the glamour, guests will also be treated to some special performances, including one from an up-and-coming star. We are so happy to have rapper and gala headliner Mayce here with us. So happy to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
It's so great to talk to you about this. So what can people expect from you at the gala as the headliner?
Yeah, just a lot of energy. It's going to be a fun event, so I'm excited. I think I'm going last to just close it out and make sure, if it wasn't already a lot of fun, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So we should mention your mom is Kia. She was on the show earlier today, Kia Tomlin. And so, you get a lot of your inspiration from your family, obviously Mike too. And you've played football, you're into rap, but you also understand fashion and the culture. And so what are you looking forward to this event?
Just to see a lot of the outfits, honestly.
Yeah.
I've been planning my own outfit because I know
that has to be it, right?
I don't want to get outdone. I know my mom is going to come in something insane.
Right.
Yeah, but it'll definitely be interesting to see all the different outfits from different cultures and things like that.
But I mean, music. Let's talk about how you decided to take this path into it. When did you realize that you had this gift?
I've always been into music. My parents joked that I could just pick up instruments and kind of learn them. My great-grandfather was a musician. He played piano for Billie Holiday.
Get out.
Yeah, so I was exposed to it very early on.
Oh my gosh, what an amazing connection.
Yeah.
When did you find out about that?
I've always known. I didn't realize how big it was until I really got into it myself.
Yeah.
And started studying music. I'm also a producer too. So I listen to a lot of old music, and just to see things that he worked on and stuff is really cool.
And we're watching one of your music videos. Tell us about this one here.
Yeah, so that is my EA remix. My friend Blake shot that. We just went downtown and we're like, we got to do this video. Let's go find the craziest spots in Pittsburgh we can find and make something happen.
So we mentioned that you're a rapper, but do you do anything else musically?
Yeah, so I produce most of my own music. I can play multiple instruments, piano, guitar, a little bit of drums if I'm not rusty. I would say that since I'm still in school and still doing the football thing too, most of my music involvement lately has been producing. I do make trips, go to Miami and Atlanta and things like that, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
So we had the event organizer, Demetria Bacella, and I mentioned your mom as well on the show earlier on Pittsburgh Today Live. But can you talk about your connection to Africana and the music and really learning more about the heritage and history?
Yeah, I just think it's important to know where you came from.
Yeah.
Especially in music too, from a producer standpoint, if you study it, there are a lot of grooves and rhythms and even down to the instruments that do come from Africa. As a producer, I try to implement a lot of that into my music as well. So it'll definitely be fun. I'm hoping that there is some African music that I can, connect. I'm always looking to network,
Yeah.
What I mean?
And are you working on any new music right now?
Yeah, so I actually have a project that I'm working on right now. It's the sequel to my last one. My last one was called Who Else But Us. It's on all streaming platforms. My next one is When Else But Now.
That's great.
So ironically, I don't know when I'm dropping it yet. But in the next couple of months for sure.
Demetria talked about how this event is going to help support a greater mission to really teach more about African culture and heritage in schools. This is something they've been doing since, I think she said the mid-2000s. What do you think about that initiative and really helping middle schoolers and high schoolers?
I think it's important. I think that, specifically I went to public school, we don't get a lot of positive information about Africa and where we come from. A lot of it has to do with, the slave trade and things like that. But there is a lot of culture and good experiences that something that you can be proud of.
Right.
So I do think it is important to teach that.
All right, culture and fashion, they collide. And so let's talk about your own fashion, what you plan to, show off. I know you said you're working on it, but how would you describe your fashion style?
Lately, I've been trying to take more risk. Sometimes I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I don't know if this is gonna work. Let's wear it. I've been wearing a lot of my brother's stuff too. My brother has a fashion line as well called Uptown. I think, the jacket right now, Uptown.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I've been wearing a lot of my brother's stuff.
Is this a nod to Uptown in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so I've been wearing a lot of my brother's stuff, and then I'm big into pants lately too.
Sure, I like pants.
Yeah, so just trying to take risk. you know, I'm a rapper, so you gotta
get
live
out
that
there,
life.
right? Well, you have good influence with your mom and your brother too.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's so cool to hear about a new fashion line coming out of the Tomlin family.
Yeah.
Mayce, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Can't wait to hear more about your performance and to keep following your career. There's still time to get your tickets. The Africana Gala is happening Saturday evening from 8 to 11 at the Pittsburgh Public Theater. Formal wear is required. We are told to get out there, experiment with your style. We have all of this information on our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh. We'll be right back after the break.